All of us here in the Lower Cape Fear have fresh memories of Hurricane Matthew. Here today is Bill Rukeyser from FEMA, and he's got some advice on how to protect yourself in case there's a next time. Good morning, Bill. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. You know, we don't know what the next disaster will be. Maybe a hurricane. We don't know its name yet, but you can bank on there will be another disaster. And when people are rebuilding, getting a new home, remodeling, there are always some things they can do to make their home a little bit tougher. The formal name is mitigation.
Yeah,
It's just a matter of taking care of the people and the things you care about most. Some things are quite simple. If you're doing electrical work, raise it 4 feet. If you're doing major work, you might think about raising the house. We've got some mitigation experts up in Wallace all this week. Builders Discount. They're there. They're more than happy to give people specific advice on their own home situation or their businesses.
It's interesting that you are here helping with this week. This is something FEMA does to help people in advance of something. People often think FEMA comes in after something's happened, but you're here to give advice on making sure if this happens again, how to best protect yourself. So if we go, in terms of that, what are like maybe the top 3 things you would advise people who live here on the coast?
Strengthen your home, have a disaster plan where you can. Every extra foot you have is that much defense. You know, you've been through it. It's rising water rather than blowing water that does the most damage. And I'll tell you one thing, regardless of where you live, a flood can happen.
Right, that's something we learned here in Hurricane Matthew. We were talking beforehand, my house is very close to the ocean. We didn't have any problem at all, but these inland folks, they really suffered. And you don't think so much about that when you're living inland, but it is something to remember.
I've worked dozens of disasters. There's a certain similarity between all of them, but each one throws a curveball. You don't know what it's going to be. You have to remain prepared to improvise.
And you're here this week helping people who are victims of Hurricane Matthew. There is a major deadline coming for all of for all of these folks, for all of us, really.
One of the reasons we're having this conversation is we're trying to avert another disaster for some people. Somewhere in your viewing area, there's somebody who's had some really good reasons for delaying getting in touch with us. But our assistance doesn't begin until people get in touch with us, tell us their story. The deadline is the end of the day on Monday.
This coming Monday, and there's no going past that.
There is no going past that. Our phone operators will be there until 10 o'clock at night. You can go online, disasterassistance.gov, until 11:59. But please do not wait that long. Yeah. You'll get in touch with us today, tomorrow, during the day Monday. After that, the books are closed.
I appreciate you sharing all that with us. Something good to remember. Remember, Monday, the cutoff for FEMA. Thanks for being here this morning,
You bet.
Bill. All right, well, don't go anywhere just yet. There's some more GMC still to come.